Hello, my dear Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. I'll be doing your situationship reading for January 2020. This will be a love reading in which energies will be taken in 3 different iterations, 3 different portals, and from these 3, you can take what you will and potentially make some sort of resonant vision work of your love life for the month of January 20. Okay, I'll be working with the Cigana, Jogo de Cartas Cigana de Sorte deck from Lisbon. It's this deck here, very good deck, cheap and quite magical, and they smell of perfume, kind of like a Nag Champa or something. Yep. So, the portal is now open. There's something about the paths of love that are blocked for you. Scorpio number 1, portal number 1 is open. And there's something about the paths of love, paths of romance that are blocked. You have offered something to someone who seems to not be able to get to you. And therefore there is no new beginning with this person. There's something about the emotional content that you have for this person that has been offered, yet refused in a certain way. This person is a bit foolish. They're a bit headstrong, and they have a lot of Mars working for them, a lot of intense energy. And in a way, they have brought forth this energy of movement, but they can't take the right pathwork to you for some reason. This is someone from a long and distant past, or perhaps this is not someone new that you may have offered already some sort of love to, but still the paths of love, the roads of love are blocked for some reason. There's someone who is too prideful about their emotional wealth. Something about their emotions is completely blocked. We have 2 cards of horses here. We have the rider from the Lenormand deck, as well as the charioteer, the chariot, which is the Cancer card. So there is something about a very fixed nature that is a bit diffused but blocked in a certain way. There's so much potential here for this person to give you, but for some reason they're blocked. It could be because there's something about a situation of love that is tied to a sense of home, and there is something about this structure that is around the home life that is preventing some sort of rooting with this person. But don't worry, there is a sense of enlightenment coming from this situation. Perhaps you're learning something very profound when it comes to this person and your relationship to this person. Let's move on. Okay, there is a truth that you are sitting with, my dear Scorpio. This truth is very intense, and you have found a sense of stability within some sort of instability. It's very strange. There's a combination of the two. One is fixed. They're both fixed but unfixed at the same time. There's something mutable, something changeable about a missing aspect with this person, with the relationship you have with this person. There's a doorway, but the key to the doorway, to the door, is missing, and this is something that you're moving away from. With the King of Swords energy, you don't have time for any BS, and a sort of weak offering may have been made in the past that may have wanted to weigh you down in some way, shape, or form. You've moved beyond this, and there is something about the deep emotional wealth that this person has for you that you no longer fear, and you have moved away from this. You sit here both with the king and the king, the kings of swords, as well as the kings of the king of pentacles. So here, essentially, your reason and your ability to be grounded, they're both quite weighed out, and you're looking to the past for some reason, but not offering much to this person, whoever they are. Yeah, it seems like something you're manifesting is going to open up your emotional wealth for this person, but you're going to be very wise about how you give it to them, because you're looking for justice for someone who may have been acting very weak, and this had to do with a deep, profound love from the past that is trying to make its way back into the present. There is a lineage here, and there's also a secret that has to do with someone being angry and being possessive about happiness, a double-edged happiness. Okay, I'm gonna move on. That's a very intense portal for you to choose from. Okay, we're switching decks, and I'm moving to the 1890 deck from the French school. This is a deck that is 130 years old, almost. Let's see, 1890. Yeah, it's about 130 years old, and it's still in top condition. It's by the occultist Lieta, and it's a very strong deck, so prepare yourself. Please relax. That last portal was closed. This portal was closed. The next iteration is now opening. Portal number 2 is opening. Scorpio number 2, prepare yourself. Okay. Beware of the next moon cycle. Your stability will be challenged in the next moon cycle. Right now, we have a waxing moon, and there was a very intense crescent moon in late December. Something about this moon cycle will bring you into not only stability, but instability. You have to be careful of the past, the deep past. Karma is coming with a huge revelation through the waxing of the moon. The next full moon, there's going to be some intense stability, a question of stability, but a question of pride, and a question of arrogance if you're not careful. So be careful with that. There's also something about the moon and your ability to conserve certain emotional manifestations. It's very important for you to find balance and to conserve in a certain way your own pentacle cycle. Your finances, as well as your ability to be stable, may be coming into question here. There's also another pentacle cycle. Yeah, there's something ambitious about what you are trying to do in the present, and there's something about an advantage that you can reach soon with these pentacle cards. There's a lot of pentacle actions here, as you see. We have the 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, as well as the 6 of Pentacles. So something about your balance and something about your materiality is coming into manifestation. This is because you have taken sort of a hanged man stance, and you've been finding the prudence to bring in outer influences to help you manifest some new creative thing. But you are tempting the forces of nature and the forces of the reptilian brain to bring about aspects of survival that are fundamental. And it's really important for you to find an emotional balance, especially with all this energy. There's something about Cancer here, as well as the need for you to construct something with the card that represents the Empress here. and to protect something that may grow out of control. So it's very important to find things about your constitution that may be attracting certain things that may not be necessarily good for you. I would recommend for you to once again see the presence of the moon and the waxing moon, the moon that expands, and to see what needs to be surrendered or balanced out in a certain way. There's someone here who does not know how to unify with you. They are forceful about their way and perhaps are creating, they may be creating too much commotion in your heart space or in your ability to manifest things. They challenge you in a certain way, and with this, there is a type of they challenge you. They somehow get around your barriers, and they're able to penetrate into your heart, as well as they make you feel unstable on a material level as well as on an emotional level. And there's something about the contentment that exists there that is being challenged in a sincere way. This person means something sincere, but there's something about them that challenges you, which can be good, but there's something also about the intense eroticism or the intense sexual nature. The gravity that they have for you is quite overbearing and perhaps a bit too much for you. So it's important for you to draw proper boundaries and for you to create a sort of parlance with them, a treaty, or perhaps to no longer be having to draw your boundaries, or perhaps to create, very good boundaries in a certain way. With you and this person, there is going to be a role reversal. If you were once chasing them, they're now going to be chasing you. They were chasing you, vice versa. So there is something about the choices that that you or them have to make that has to do with the great and profound emotional detachment here that is happening. You're trying to release yourself from this energy because it's binding in a certain way, and it may challenge you and create a feeling of constriction as well as imprisonment. So it's very important for you to find the elements of surprise and to make a choice towards some form of solitude, to retreat and to recharge, because there's essentially something here where you can't feel the higher purpose of this situation. So yeah, I recommend for you to stand in your power and to know what you want, know what you desire, and to bring forth elements of beauty as well as transition. Okay, some sort of letting go and release of some great thing from the past, some situation from the past. Okay, that portal is closed. We're moving on to the third portal, and I'm going to be using the Tarot of Forbidden Dreams from Geneva, Switzerland. This is a tarot deck by Eugene Vinitsky and Elsa Kapatnikovsky, and it's a very strong deck. Not my particular favorite, but this part of the reading, the third portal, will be slightly erotic. So feel free to tune off if you're not into erotic images. I use them mainly for this deck, mainly for alternate interpretations, so there's a bit of variance. This deck is ready. There's something about the stars that you should listen to. The stars are telling you to find justice in a situation of love. This is the third portal, the third iteration. A situation of love that requires justice, and there are people around this that are making sure that justice is served correctly. The Two of Cups energy is very strong, but it's it's in a form of subtlety, and because it's in reverse, it's very important for you to actually find balance and to find equilibrium and harmony in the situation that you may find yourself in January 2020. There's something about the nature of the universe that is going to help you find balance, one that has been eluding you for some time when it comes to working with different energies. You may have at one point be dealing with two parties, and both of them were taking a lot of your energy, and it was very difficult for you to manifest some sort of closure with one of them. And there is something from the past that wants to come back, but if they do, you will be taking a position of subservience to them. Be careful, because they have a vice grip on you when it comes to the nostalgia and the deep commitment you once had to them, or perhaps it was not official commitment, but a strong one. They may be tempting you and hitting you in the right spot, and if they do this, others will be watching, and you might find a great elation. But this person knows how to yoke out certain emotions from you. Don't worry, soon things will be repaired with the World card coming up, and there's a new revolution, some sort of new thing that will cycle and recycle in a certain way. The person you were once dealing with, or perhaps now are dealing with, may have a one-up on you, and they know how to communicate with you in a certain way, and maybe restricting you or perhaps tempting you into a type of voyeurism, and you may be looking out for yourself. For a while, there was a secret, and the secret was really profound indeed, and it had to do with your own ability to please yourself, as well as to come in the right way towards a solution with the moon. Something about the cycle of the moon, again, is occurring here. And there's also some sort of fear from the past that is being transcended. If you're looking for commitment, I would not recommend that you do try to commit to anything particular other than the higher form, if you can. There's something about this person's motivations that cannot be trusted. They are all over the place and seem to be working with multiple parties. But don't worry, if you have the patience, something will come to you, something from the past that needed some sort of revisitation. And once you make the choice, this person is still not to be trusted. You will be avoiding some sort of tower moment if you decide to hold on to your own stability and to hold on to your own reason. There is an option for you to find love in your own solemnity, in your own individuality, and you can find that and find some sort of mastery if you really wanted it, my dear Scorpio. The wheel as well as the world are coming for you in January 2020. So you will be able to manifest, or perhaps will be thrown into situations that are indeed fated in some way. The star, the wheel, and the star, the wheel, and the Wheel of Fortune, as well as what was that other card? Let's see here. The World, the World as well. So the World, the star, and the wheel are in your best interests. So let the revolutions of the mind and the spirit go ahead and elevate you to new possibilities when it comes to your love life. I'm going to pull one card from the Russian Fairy Oracle. I'll pull two cards. Yeah, three cards. Okay. There is a challenge here. A challenge through the mountain. Challenge that has to do with a type of hidden gift that may be coming to you. This may come as a surprise, but you'll realize that the gift is also being watched over by some sort of calamity. So watch out, for there will be a challenge with something that is unexpected and may come in the form as a gift, a secret gift, but in actuality, there may be a chance for you to find an opportunity in this. With the eagle here, I see Scorpio rising above and being able to choose their prey appropriately. When it comes to love, there will be challenges, but you will be empowered and know how to be the evolved form of Scorpio this month. Okay. All right. Thank you, Scorpio. I would like for you to like, if you will, share, subscribe, and tune in mid-January for the Great Mirror reading. So have a good day and Happy New Year. Bye.